The applause was polite, too polite. She stood at the podium, perfect hair, perfect smile, perfect lie. I watched from the back of the banquet hall, my fingers brushing the edge of the frame in my lap. Walnut wood, gold plate, black letters etched with precision. She didn't know I was here. She didn't know the award in my hands wasn't the one she thought she was getting. When I first met Leah, she had that kind of energy that made you feel seen. Eyes that locked on yours like you were the only person in the room. She'd walk into a crowded bar and somehow make the bartender forget every other customer existed. She told me once, "I don't like cages. I need my freedom." I thought she meant she didn't like being controlled. I admired that. Now I know she meant she didn't like accountability. For 2 years, we built a life. I backed her career, she backed mine. We planned trips, bought furniture, met each other's families. I thought loyalty was the baseline. The first sign was a change in her phone habits. Screen down, always on silent. Then the new perfume, one she said she bought for herself but never wore around me. And then there was the night she came home late. I asked where she'd been. She looked me dead in the eye and said, "If I want to go somewhere with someone, I'm gonna go." End of story. It wasn't the words, it was the way she said them. Not defensive, not guilty, just dismissive. A week later, I found the messages. Him telling her she was magnetic. Her replying with things she'd never once said to me. I didn't confront her. I didn't slam doors or demand explanations. I just shut down the part of me that cared. The rest of me? That part got busy. She had a big award coming up, Marketing Professional of the Year, a fancy title she'd been gunning for all year. I'd helped her with the portfolio, the pitch, even the presentation slides. And I knew exactly who was on the organizing committee. I made a call, then another, then I dug. Social media posts, text screenshots, photos she thought were private. Her networking dinners weren't networking, they were him. I packaged it all neatly. No opinions, no accusations, just dates, times, names, places. Facts. First, I got her boss on board. Sent him the file labeled Professional Conduct Concerns. He replied in less than an hour, "We need to talk." Then I sent the same file, anonymously, to the awards committee. Not to shame her, not yet, just to plant the seed. Her boss called her in the next day. I know, because I'd synced her calendar to mine months ago. That meeting ran 47 minutes over. 2 days later, I was invited to the award ceremony by a committee member who owed me a favor. They didn't tell her. And then I made the frame. Walnut wood, gold plate, same font, same layout as the real award. But instead of Marketing Professional of the Year, it read, Outstanding Achievement in Lying, Cheating, and Destroying Trust. Below it, her full name. Back in the banquet hall, she finished her acceptance speech. She was glowing, thinking she'd gotten away with it. The presenter stepped aside for the photographer. That's when I walked up the aisle, slow, deliberate. People shifted in their seats. "Leah," I said, loud enough for the mic to pick up, "you forgot your other award." She turned, froze, laughed nervously. "What is this?" I held it out. The gold caught the light. A few people leaned forward to read it. Someone gasped. Someone else choked on a drink. Her face drained of color. The photographer kept snapping. "This one's for your personal achievements," I said. "You've really earned it." A ripple went through the room, whispers, the kind people pretend not to hear. Her boss was already on his feet, moving toward her. The committee chair looked like he'd swallowed glass. And me? I handed her the frame, placed it in her trembling hands, and walked out. By the time I got home, my phone was buzzing nonstop. A friend sent me a link to a photo. Leah on stage, holding the frame, her eyes wide, mouth half open. The caption read, "When your past catches up mid-acceptance speech." She lost the award. lost her job, lost him too. Turns out he didn't like dating women in free fall. People asked if I regretted it, if maybe it was too far. But here's the thing. She told me who she was the night she said, "I'm gonna go." End of story. All I did was write the ending for her, and I made sure it was worth reading.